Okay, students, we are going to start the second question of exercise 3.1. Okay, now what is the question? The coach of a cricket team buys 3 bats and 6 balls for rupees 3900. Later, she buys another bat. Another bat means one bat and 2 more balls of the same kind for rupees 1300. Represent this situation algebraically and geometrically. Now see, here we have supposed that if cost of one bat is rupees x and cost of one bat of ball is rupees y. Now how much she buy? She buy 3 bats and 6 balls. Okay, so we have taken if cost of one bat is x, then 3 bats becomes 3x and 6 ball becomes 6y, and the total cost is 3900 as per the question. Now in second time she buys one bat, it means x, and two more balls means 2y, and the total cost means plus the total cost is 1300. Okay, so here in the first equation, if I take 3 common, if I take this 3 common, okay, and if I divide 3900 by this 3, the equation becomes x plus 2y equal to 1300. Okay, so that is our first equation and that is our second equation. Now if you can observe, the equation becomes equal. See, coefficient of x is equal, coefficient of y is equal, and the constant term is also equal. Equation becomes equal. Okay, in this situation, okay, in this situation, which type of lines are this original line, this and this, which type of lines are this? So this type of line which have all its coefficients equal. Okay, or if you can observe from this, okay, see, the coefficient of x is 3, the coefficient of x is 1. So if I take a ratio, then ratio will be 3 by 1 here. Okay, the ratio of coefficient of x is 3 by 1 means 3. The ratio of coefficient of y, it means 6 by 2. Okay, so we can also have 2 3s are 6. Okay, so again the ratio becomes 3. And here the constant term, okay, ratio of constant term, if we take it 3900 upon 1300, okay, and if I divide that, the ratio again comes 3. Okay, so we can say ratio of coefficient of x, ratio of coefficient of y, and ratio of the constant term, all three are same. Whenever we have all three ratios as same, we can say these two lines are overlapping. Okay, some lines may be like parallel, some lines may be intersect to each other, and some lines will may be overlap. So this kind of lines will always overlap to each other. Okay, let me show you the graph. If you can see, I hope you can see clearly this graph. See, here we have 2 arrows at the end, it means it represents a line. Here we again have 2 arrows here, one this and one this, it means it is also representing a line. Okay, it means that here we have 2 lines which overlap to each other. Now whenever you have 2 lines which overlap to each other, it means they are intersecting each other at infinitely many points. They are intersecting each other at more than one point. Okay, they are intersecting each other at infinitely many points. That is why they have infinitely many solutions. Okay, but if you don't go by this way, okay, and if you are going to solve this equation, okay, you will have just this type of confusion. See, these are the 2 equations that we get earlier. Now if I subtract this equation by this equation, the sign becomes changed. X got cut, y got cut, the left hand side becomes 0, and 1300 also got cut. So right side is always have 0, so we can say 0 equal to 0, it is a right thing. Okay, we can say the value of 0 equal to value of 0. But if you can say that cost of x is 0 and cost of y is 0, no. Okay, it means cost of x and y can be anything. Okay, it does not have here, as per this question, it is not required to have only one value of x and y. It may be possible that it have so many different kind of values. Okay, so this kind of lines are known as overlapping lines. Now you just need to have a simple process. Okay, now see, if you have one equation like a1x b1y is equal to c1, or you can say plus c1 equal to 0. You can write it at your way. I'm writing this way. And second equation is a2x b2y equal to c2. Okay, you can see all the equations are like this. Okay, one value of x, one value of y, or we can say one term of x, one term of y, and there is a constant term, and all the terms of x and y have one coefficient. So a1 b1 a2 b2 are representing the coefficient of x and y. So you need to always keep in mind these things, that if you have ratio of a1 and a2, ratio of a1 and a2, and ratio of b1 and b2, and ratio of c1 and c2, if you have this ratio as same, okay, in this condition these lines becomes overlapping to each other, and it will have infinitely many solutions. So if you asked if someone asked these things in MCQ in 1 mark, okay, so you just need to cross check that whether the ratios of x, ratios of y, and the ratio of constant terms are same or not. But you should keep in mind that the constant term should be either both the constant terms of both the equations should be either on the right side or either in the left side. Okay, you cannot take constant term in one equation in right side and constant term of second equation in left side. Okay, either them should be in left side or they should be on right side. Okay, both, that you should keep in mind. Okay, so that is the that is your first shortcut to understand that how much solutions these lines will have. Okay, in this condition the lines will have infinitely many solutions. Okay, now what is question number 3? The cost of the 2 kg of apples and 1 kg of grapes on a day was found to be rupees 160. Now we have two things, cost of apple and cost of grapes. So naturally we will suppose that if cost of 1 kg of apple is x and cost of 1 kg of grapes is y. Now how much we buying here? 2 kg of apple, 1 kg of grapes. So 2 kg of apple becomes 2x, and 1 kg of grape becomes 1y, that is y, and the total cost is 160 rupees. Okay, and after 1 month the cost of 4 kg apple and 2 kg grapes. So if we have 4 kg apple, it means 4x, 2 kg of grapes means 2y, and the total cost becomes now 300. This 300. Okay, now if I take 2 common from here, okay, the other lines are as same as the previous question. If I take this 2 common, okay, and divide 300 by 2, we will get 2x plus y equal to 150. Now if I do a conventional process and subtract this equation 2 by equation 1, okay, so I have written the equation number 1 here, this equation, and equation number 2 I have written this, and to subtract this I have changed the sign of this second equation, minus minus minus, 2x minus 2x cut, y minus y cut, 160 minus 150 cut, so answer will be 10. So here in left side we get 0, in right side we get 10. Now you can compare these two different situations. Here we get 0 equal to 0, that is valid, value of 0 equal to value of 0, but here we get 0 equal to 10. Okay, if we can say in any condition that value of 0 equal to value of 10, no. Okay, it means this is not possible. Okay, so in this condition we don't have any solution. Whenever we are saying that there are 2 lines and we have no solution, it means the lines are not intersecting to each other at any point. Okay, that is why whenever we have two lines which are not intersecting to each other at any point, we can say these two lines will be parallel to each other. Now let me show you the graph. If you can see the graph here clearly, there are two lines. The one line is 2x plus y equal to 160, and here we have 4x plus 2y equal to 300. See, these two lines are not intersecting each other at any point. Okay, these two lines are parallel to each other. Whenever two lines are parallel to each other, it means they have no solution. Okay, so this type of equations will have no solution. Okay, that is why the answer will be no solution. However, in spite the fact that they have not asked you about solutions, but I am teaching you that, including how much solution we get, because this is the right time that we should understand the basic of this chapter. Okay, that we are correlating these equations of line with the graphs, and we try to find out that how much solution we can get without doing this. Okay, I want from you to without doing this, you just figure it out that how much solution we will get, and then you proceed to this question. Okay, now as same as this, if you can see here, you have two equations. This first equation, and if I take this original equation, okay, so here coefficient of x is 4 and here coefficient is 2. So if I take ratio of this two, 4 divided by 2, okay, let me write it here. If we have 4 divided by 2, the answer is 2. Okay, if I take the coefficient of y, that is 2, and here the coefficient of y is 1, so if I take the ratio 2 by 1, it is also 2. Okay, and if I take this here, sorry, it was about this. Okay, coefficient of x and y, 4 divided by 2, that is 2, here 2 divided by 1, that is 1, and if I take this 300 divided by 160, 300 divided by 160, 0 0 get cut. Okay, 16 upon 13, we can surely say that this is not 2, because if you want to have 2 here, the ratio should be 30 divided by 15. 13 divided by 15 is 2, but 13 divided by 16, we can say 30 divided by 16 is not equal to 2. So here we can say ratio of x, ratio of y, they are same, but ratio of the constant term is not same. Okay, so how we will going to write it? We will take the reference of this equation, and we will write it like, if the ratio of coefficient of x means a1 upon a2 is equals to ratio of coefficient of y, that is b1 upon b2, but they are not equal to the constant term, that is c1 upon c2. Whenever we have this type of conditions, okay, we have to consider this equation and this equation. Okay, not this and this. Okay, we are considering these two equations. Okay, ratio of x, this 4 divided by 2, 2, ratio of y, 2 divided by 1, that is 1, and ratio of constant term 300 upon 160, but that is not equal. Whenever we have this type of conditions, you should keep in mind that these two equations will have no solutions, because this type of equation will always be parallel to each other. Now what is the basic difference between parallel lines and overlapping lines? Okay, in parallel lines, constant ratio of constant term is not equal, and in overlapping line it is equal. Okay, all the ratios are equal. Here a1 upon a2, b1 upon b2 is equal, but c1 upon c2 is not equal. Okay, so if you go through this process, okay, you can easily figure it out by this. Okay, you don't need to do every time in a written way. Okay, you can easily figure it out in your mind that ratios are same or not. Okay, so that is how you can figure it out, that which type of solutions we will have without using this. Okay, so that is the profit of this process. Okay, you can use it in MCQ and make it shorter. Okay, thank you.